Hey guys, did you notice that on the Q3 earnings that NIO just reported this week, there was a figure that NIO reported an all-time high, and this figure is none other than other sales. Other sales for Q3 of 2024, NIO generated $281.6 million. These are non-car sales. This is a figure that is separate from the vehicle sales that NIO generates, and to see them hitting an all-time high of $281.6 million, it was just so amazing. I mean, you will know that this figure contains the parts, it contains the accessories and after sales services like your battery swapping stations, the car wash, the tire services, all those kind of things. But the most important one, I think, to me, is the battery swapping station services. It also comes here. And one thing that you will know about me is that the more they sell their cars, the more this figure will continue growing. The more they sell, they have more cars on the road, the more after sales services will be required by their users, which with Onvo Firefly also coming, it makes me wonder the amount of revenues that we are going to see NIO generating from this alone in the next year or two. We are definitely going to see a 1 billion mark being reached by non-EV sales very soon. I can tell you that, because the more NIO sells their car, is the more they have to service their cars, is the more those that bring their car for services and whatnot, they will need the parts, the more they will get so many people to go and perform battery swaps, which is just out of this world, man. I mean, I checked this against previous quarters. I mean, Q2 or the second quarter, this figure hit $243.1 million. Then in Q1, this figure reached $211.5 million. Q4 of last year, this quarter, was $234.4 million. Then Q3 was $227.2 million. Now you will notice that, as I've said, this 281 we saw on Wednesday, this figure, just hit an all-time high, and like I said, chances are very high even now in Q4, right? The fact that NIO is going to sell way more cars than what we saw, it means that there will be more cars that complete battery swaps. There will be more cars already that come and wants to buy NIO parts and all those kind of things. And as a result of this, we could see non-EV sales or other sales figure going over 300 million. Mark my words, I think we are going to see this happen, because this 281% which we saw, it was a 19.2% increase year over year and 11.9% quarter to quarter, which shows you the improvement that we have been seeing NIO doing, or NIO pulling through. I mean, NIO also said it on their report, saying that this is mainly due to the number of user or growth in the number of users, which the more users grow, or the more NIO have more cars on the road, is the more we are going to see this figure continuing to grow. Because not only will user be buying parts, charging their cars, accessories, but they'll also be utilizing NIO's battery swapping station, which that I've said it in the past, I will say it again, that is the biggest moat on NIO. If there is a biggest selling point of NIO, it has to do battery swapping station, because what it can do to the users, or the advantages that it gives to those that buy NIO cars, it's just out of this world, man. And to see NIO being where they are in terms of total battery swaps that they generate on a month to month, I mean, if I remember very well, for the month of October, NIO total battery swaps were at 2.45 million. Each and every month they are generating over almost 2.5 million of battery swaps. This is just so amazing, because I mean, you can imagine the kind of battery swaps that they will be sitting at on a month to month next year around the same time, because it is not very far. Beginning of this year, we were talking about NIO at least getting to 2 million. And now we are not talking about 2 million. We are now sitting at almost 2.5 million, which shows you the progress that NIO continues making. And with Onvo Firefly, you can imagine the total number of swaps that NIO will be able to complete on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis. And I tell you, though not all people are paying the battery swapping service fees because of free coupons they get, there are those that are paying. I mean, it is with no doubt that NIO is a company that even their old users, some that have not subscribed, are coming to subscribe to battery as a service, to want to enjoy these battery swapping station services, because they know it takes the anxiety of worrying about the battery in the future. It takes that away. I mean, if you remember very well, in October, though NIO sold just over 20,900 vehicles, but the total number of people that performed battery swap for the very first time, that figure was over 27,700, which shows that even the old NIO users are now coming back to say that, you know what, let's subscribe to bus. They're subscribing to bus, and this as a result will generate more revenues, because I don't think those that are coming back for the second time are going to get free coupons. I don't think those that already own the NIO cars are going to get coupons, which shows you that there are those that are coming back and are paying the services. And the more we get people paying, is the more NIO will generate tons and tons of cash, tons and tons of money of these non-EV sales or other sales figure. So monitor this also as it goes, or as the quarters unfold. But I tell you, we are going to see this number continuing to increase. I mean, just last year this number was just over $140 million. Now we are already at almost $281 million just by non-EV sales. I mean, if there's one thing that really generates some good profits for cars, it has to be other sales. Because even I remember the CEO of Tesla, Elon Musk, was saying you can be a company that produce car and sell them and not make profits. And he was emphasizing the point that for you to make profits, you need to make sure that you develop some of the parts in-house. You need to make sure that some of the things you do them in-house, so that you can capture of course, or you can improve in terms of gross margins, which is something that is very important. And it shows you why NIO is producing some of their chips in-house, why NIO is producing some of the parts in-house. I mean, all the models that you see onto the NIO cars are produced internally by NIO, which this is part of the reason why you will see gross margins not being that bad, being good. And this is going to continue even going in the future, because we know NIO continue producing their own parts, continue producing their own chips in-house, so that at least the gross margins can improve. So yeah, man, tell me what you think about this. I think blue sky is coming. Those that are persevering throughout the headwinds of the share price will most definitely be rewarded with time. I know it's tough, it's difficult to see right now where NIO could be, though they were given a guidance. I mean, the 450,000 that the CEO gave us, which is the target for next year annually, some of the people still don't see that. But all I can say, I can just tell you guys to say, let's wait and see how the year unfolds. But I don't think NIO can make the same mistake of over projecting and not meeting the target. I don't think they can make that same mistake that they've been making. I think what they can do, they can estimate, so that at least they can easily beat what they told us they would do. And I think that is the case. We are going to see NIO maybe even selling. The actual figure might be 500,000 cars next year, but I suppose we'll see. Next year I don't want to talk much about this, because I know I'll just open a can of worms. But anyways, do your own DD. That's all from me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. I'll see you on my next video, and God bless you all.